Hello, welcome to my second video diary. As we're in the last year of university, we get the question a lot more from friends and family. The question, what do you want to work in? Like, where do you want to work later? And lately, this question sounds a lot like, do you want to earn a lot of money or do you want to do something good? And it seems that only a marginal parts of jobs combine or at least try to balance money and societal value. So the question we actually asked in the end is way more fundamental and is what do we value? And I think that is a principle of assigning value that has been an overarching theme for week 3 to 5. So let me tell you how. Generally, we have been talking about how sustainable behavior or what is perceived as such is changing currently. We've been talking about how we need to shift from a linear economy to a circular one, how the focus needs to change from being solely on multinational firms to including social entrepreneurs and the civil society, and how important the change is in the business mindset from a Friedman view that is solely focused on profits to a Freeman view that includes a broad shareholder perspective. All three changes face problems, which are, for example, huge investments and complexity in supply chains for the circular economy, understanding and underestimation and fuzzy definitions of social entrepreneurship, and the question of how to define stakeholders and whom to listen to for the transition from freedmen to freemen. But in sum, all of these changes face complications due to the fact that we are trying to implement completely new systems while clinging to old values. And I want to focus on the second change from viewing large multinational firms as the main driver of sustainable change to the inclusion of social entrepreneurship and the civil society, and add an example that has been very inspiring to me. It features an agroforest plantation in the Brazilian Amazon. During the past decades, businesses based on cattle have caused deforestation, deterioration of the soil, and the contamination of waters. And Carlos Andretti planned to change this by going a completely different direction. And he calls that the third way for the Amazon. And his aim is to make trees more valuable than the cattle production. And this is achieved by planting locally flourishing trees that produce valuable assets such as fruits, palm hearts, and nuts. And Andretti says that the peach palms alone are netting him more than 3 times what he'd make in cattle because he can plant so many without degrading his land. And it's an income that will only grow as his plot matures. By doing this, he is playing an active role in the preservation of the Amazon and the reduction of carbon emission. But the interesting part is he doesn't classify this as a sustainable rescue program, but he classifies it as an economic decision. And we quickly touched upon shared value in the article by Parter, but I think this example shows that it is important to change what we value. And furthermore, it proves that a circular approach on a sustainable entrepreneurship level can balance profits and shareholders. So it can combine all three. It can be circular on the small level and include a shareholder view. In my last video there, I finished with the note that I believe that a local approach to sustainability is the way to go rather than a global approach. In this video, I would like to go a step further and say that I believe that the way forward for sustainability lies in the individuals, because even if corporate business transforms fundamentally, there still needs to be like a cognitive change in our personal behavior and what we assign value to, how we pay people, how we use products. And I think this is the biggest change that we still need to tackle. So thank you very much.